The Color Purple is a novel by Alice Walker that was first published in 1982. The novel tells the story of Celie, a young black woman living in rural Georgia in the early 1900s. The novel is told through a series of letters Celie writes to God and to her sister Nettie, who has gone away to Africa as a missionary. Celie begins the novel as a 14-year-old girl who is repeatedly raped by her father, resulting in 2 pregnancies that are taken away from her. Celie is forced to marry a man named Albert, whom she refers to as Mr. Albert. Albert is abusive towards Celie and treats her as a servant rather than a wife. Celie's only solace comes from her relationship with her sister Nettie, whom she loves deeply. However, Nettie is forced to leave home after she refuses the advances of Celie's father. Celie's life changes when she meets Shug Avery, a blues singer and former lover of Albert. Shug comes to live with Albert and Celie after falling ill, and Celie is tasked with taking care of her. Shug is initially dismissive of Celie, but the 2 women eventually become friends. Celie is fascinated by Shug's independence and sexuality, and the 2 women begin a romantic relationship. Through her relationship with Shug, Celie begins to assert herself and stand up to Albert. She also begins to develop a sense of her own worth and identity. When Nettie returns from Africa, she brings with her evidence that Celie's children are alive and living with a missionary family. Celie is overjoyed to be reunited with her sister and her children. The Color Purple explores a number of themes, including racism, sexism, and the power of self-discovery and love. The novel portrays the lives of black women in the early 1900s, highlighting the many forms of violence and oppression they faced. It also explores the idea of redemption and the possibility of finding happiness and fulfillment in spite of past traumas. The Color Purple was adapted into a successful film in 1985, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Whoopi Goldberg as Celie and Oprah Winfrey as Sophia. The novel was also adapted into a Broadway musical in 2005. Despite some controversy surrounding its portrayal of African American men and its treatment of lesbianism, The Color Purple remains a widely acclaimed and influential work of literature.